Hi there from the Fox 6 Storm Warning Center. It is just after 4 o'clock, and this is your afternoon weather update. And Chief Meteorologist J.P. Dice here. Jill Gilardi, West Wide, also joining us here in the Storm Warning Center. Been working on the forecast for several days now, and it looks like the forecast is shaping up as we've been thinking, with the highest impact for any kind of winter weather being in the northwestern portion of our viewing area. I know it's hard to believe, coming off a day like today, that we are going to potentially have some icy travel early tomorrow morning. Temperatures just looking off to the side here. Those highs today in the upper 70s, even lower 80s in some backyards, and we're watching rain and thunderstorms move through the area. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if we see a few strong storms, especially in the northern portion of our viewing area. Here's what's happening right now. This is the radar view, and you can see the transition over into freezing rain and sleet and snow back across parts of Arkansas and West Tennessee. Temperatures have really dropped off in Memphis. In fact, it's about 40 degrees colder in Memphis than it is in Huntsville. This is a very sharp cold front. The temperature gradient is incredible. You are going to notice it come through. The winds are going to pick up out of the north and northwest fairly rapidly. I want to take you forward through time. This is our computer forecast model here, and we're basing this off the NAM, or the North American model. This is the model that has performed the best this season. 6 o'clock tonight, we have rain, we have some thunderstorms, and then as we get through, maybe around midnight up toward the Shoals area, Lauderdale County, we start seeing some of that freezing rain. That's the rain that freezes on contact with surfaces. This is going to be especially prevalent with bridges and overpasses. By 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, we're going to see some of this extend down into Marion County. There's a look at our precipitation type map at 8 a.m. Coleman, Winston, Walker, Marion, Fayette, and Lamar counties the hardest hit with that wintry weather. You're going to probably be looking at maybe a 4 or 5 hour duration with freezing rain. That's going to result into some travel problems there. That freezing rain moving southward toward northern Jefferson County, even Birmingham by around lunchtime. Some rain, maybe a brief period of some sleet and freezing rain. So that's what we're going to be looking at there. Now, what I will tell you, the window of opportunity for the I-20 corridor to really get iced up is a shorter one, much shorter. We may be looking at an hour, maybe 2 hours of some freezing rain. And what's going to happen with the road temperatures being so warm, it's going to take a long time for most surface roads to be impacted. That said, the higher terrain, we could have some problems. This is our ice accumulation forecast here, and you can see the worst area, just as we've been talking, maybe a quarter inch or more of ice in Marion and Winston and portions of Coleman County. That's going to be lower as you get closer to Birmingham, and then in that darker blue area, the higher terrain and the bridges are going to be the places most likely impacted. So to break it down a little bit further, make it easier to understand, numerous travel issues in that red area, scattered travel problems in the orange area, and isolated travel problems in kind of that yellow area. So we're breaking it down into the worst, not as bad, and the not so bad, if that makes sense to you. In terms of greatest ice accumulation, that's going to be Marion, Winston, and Coleman counties. So winter storm warning in effect for parts of the Fox 6 viewing area. That's going to run until 3 p.m. on Thursday. We'll keep you updated online and on air. Make sure you check out the weather blog frequently, not only tonight, but early tomorrow morning, because these winter weather events are always subject for a little bit of change here and there. We feel pretty good about this forecast in terms of the highest impact, but if there are any changes, we'll continue to make those updates on air and on our weather blog. So we hope to see you visiting soon. Fox 6 Chief Meteorologist J.P. Dice.